mentioning. I want to say thank you guys again for supporting us and tuning in and giving us your feedback. And I also want to start opening the show with comments, people that gave us feedback on the show.
Keep it up, too.
I want to shout a few people out. We have the Rap Shy D. He commented. We appreciate that.
That's pretty official.
Stables08, Travis Wynn, Demetrius Reed, Siegel Trek. He left a very nice comment. I appreciate that. Gabe Montoya. Shout out to Frenchie K757. He always gives us a lot of...
Frenchie K was on there?
Frenchie K was on there, yeah.
Oh,
shoot. If you know, you know. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And he follows us on Instagram.
That's
we follow him, and he's a really dope person. So,
all right, what's up, French?
Yeah, what's up, French?
That's my boy right there. What's up?
Yeah, so we're going to be reviewing Drake and his
Scorpion
25
Get over
Drake
here
album today. But first, how was your week?
You know what? Thanks for asking. It was a cool, laid back week. Productive overall. So I can't complain too much about that. How was yours?
It was good. It was hot today.
Well, I know today was kind of. You got to get into it, but I know today was kind of.
Today was.
It was interesting.
It was a very serene weekend. I went up in the mountains of Shenandoah, went hiking the Stony Mountain. It was beautiful. Skyline Drive, beautiful. And my serpentine belt popped on the way back. So.
For those of you who enjoy hiking as well, make sure you comment as well.
Yes.
Like those of you that are nature lovers.
And if you have any on the East Coast hikes that you recommend, let me know, because I'm into hiking. I go hiking often, so that would be perfect. We would love to hear about that.
Oh yeah.
So want to hop into it?
Let's go.
Let's hop into it. So again, this is Drake's Scorpion album. This is his 5th studio album.
That's it?
Yeah, this is his 5th one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is his 5th one.
Drake is like, my bad. I mean.
He comes out with because he had Views. He had the one with Pound Cake on there with the image of him and him was in his baby. This is his 5th one. He had.
That's crazy because Drake is like now he's like an OG. Like it's crazy to think about him now as an OG, but it's been that long. Like it's been like 15 years or something like that now, right?
I don't think it's been 15.
I'm thinking about a place I was working at when he was rapping, and I'm like, I don't know. Okay.
Definitely his 5th. Did the education on
That's
that.
crazy.
So it was released June 29th. The people who released it was OVO Sound. That's, I guess, a part of his label. Young Money Entertainment, Cash Money Records, Republic Records also. The main producer and the executive producer of many, but the main one was Noah Shabib, nicknamed 40. It's 25 tracks. It's a double-sided album, if you don't know. As a lot of promotions went on billboards in Canada, Ontario, and there's 12 tracks that are dedicated to hip-hop, and then the remaining 13 tracks are primarily R&B tracks. So it was a creative album, I think. So let's see. Apple released a similar thing that we mentioned on Yeezy's album, where there was a website that you could go on and recreate your likeness for the album cover, and it's called Make Your Drake site. I think that's it. MakeYourDrake.com.
Oh, shit.
Apple released it. It's pretty cool. So you can go on there if you like and put your image on the album cover and just have your own, I guess, album art with your likeness on it. But the album cover is basically just a picture of him with his signature. He looks like he is texturizer box model. Like, you go get those wave texturizer. You look like one of those, guys that's on a, like, yeah, you won't have waves like this. If you get this texturizer, your waves finna look like this. That's what it was to me. When I saw it, I was like, oh, he got texturizer coming out when I first saw it.
Oh, shoot. Branching out and shit.
I didn't think it was for album. I was like, oh, he has a hair product coming
out here.
Because those waves were... I was seasick. I'll just say that. So, yeah. Metacritic. If you don't know what Metacritic is, look them up. We don't have time for that. But they gave this album a 71 out of 100.
Okay.
Which is not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, I also wanted to mention, for the people who did comment negatively, the reason why I wore this shirt is because I wanted to say, bing. That's how I feel. So, yeah, in your negative comments, don't be a hater. Don't appreciate that. But, we love our haters, so that's cool.
Yeah, luckily, I didn't see this shit before she deleted it.
Yeah, I removed this shit immediately. I was like, let me go ain't here to change these settings for these haters out here.
Out here in these streets.
But again, thank you guys.
They're gonna be there, especially as the channel grows.
Yes.
I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
You know, we just gotta welcome it and embrace it. You feel me? It's part of the game. You feel me?
Especially me as a female, I'm probably gonna get a lot of bad backlash because they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a girl. These girls don't know hip hop. Like girls can't play baseball. Yeah, so. You know, it's expected.
But it's like you said in the last episode, it's a healthy contrast. You
it's
know
a
what I
healthy
mean?
contrast.
Like, because the perspectives are, like, I think the way we rate albums, we rate albums on different metrics.
Right.
And I think that's healthy.
I do too. So let's get right on into it. Nonstop goes hard. That's the first track that it's really the second track, I think.
Yeah.
But first track, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Survivor was, I thought Survivor was hot, but
You
go
like
ahead.
Survivor?
I like Survivor, yeah, I did.
Okay, you want me to do my rundown?
No, I was just surprised you skipped Survivor, but I'm gonna let you finish your whole review.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna be quick, real quick. Nonstop, I like that. I felt like that went hard. I like that he said, "I'm a light skinned nigga. I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark nigga." I'm like, that's what's up. But at the same time, I thought like he's only making light skinned niggas unpopular. Still. Y'all not gonna
maybe I shouldn't appreciate that. I don't really give a fuck one way or the other.
I feel like you brown skin.
I gotta debate with people about that often though.
Yeah.
Especially like the ladies. Like I gotta debate like.
We're like caramel complexion.
Right. You know, I think I'm caramel, but they'd be like, you're high yellow. I'm like,
I know people say I'm light skinned too, and I don't
identify
with the light skin.
I don't identify with the high yellow.
I don't identify
category.
But I don't identify with dark skin.
Like I'm not Drake's complexion for damn sure.
I'm the dopest Ethiopian, in case you guys didn't know that.
She got the ethnicity bastard to back it up. You feel me?
I have the 23andMe to prove it. So God's Plan, Video of the Year, BET, outstanding. Only thing I think about now every time that comes on is that Dragon Ball Z remix.
We're gonna post that on our pages.
It's this Dragon Ball Z remix that goes so hard, and now that's all I hear when I hear the song. We'll post that. It's so funny. It's hilarious. I'm upset. Come on, hands down, favorite track. 8 out of 10. I feel like that's about how he views his life currently. He was like, "You're such a press and play. You're somebody press and play." They be like, "Your wifey, your wifey, your wifey." Yeah. So he's like stressing this. Your wifey is on my dick. That's a get back for Push. Actually, it's a little bit of get back for Push. Yeah, Push is getting the maximum get back. Yeah. But it's not too mean. It's very subtle.
It's not. Yeah, he ain't really going at him.
Yeah,
he don't really he ain't trying to get into it.
Yeah. So okay, Mob Ties. The melody is fire. I feel like. It's a sample from a Nas classic, in case you guys didn't know, Affirmative Action.
I read about that.
And if you don't know, we mentioned this before about Jay Prince when the battle was going on. He's definitely a mob tie that Drake has, as he's consulting Drake on a regular basis. This guy had an open DEA case for 12 years. I don't know if it's still open or not. So yeah, that's some mob shit. He has some more ties too. You can research that if you want. Can't Take a Joke. It's a Reputation song. It's just about his rep and where he's at right now. Wasn't too impressed with that. Sandra's Rose, his mother's name's Sandra. There's also a blogger named Sandra Rose that he probably makes some subtle references about, but primarily it's about his mom. Talk Up, fire, verse for Jay. Song's about to come up. I like the bar where Jay-Z mentioned, you killed X-Tentacion, but Zimmerman's still out here.
Zimmerman still live,
so the culture is just screwed right now. And that's a good point. Because I always talk about why haven't anybody ran up on Zimmerman. Somebody should have been ran up on Zimmerman's ass. But that's neither here nor there. But it's a great point. Thank you, Jay. And this is their first official collab since Pound Cake. Note that.
Word.
Pop Style, they did a collab on Pop Style, but that didn't really count because it kind of got released on certain platforms. It didn't on others. Because I think they were kind of beefing, on that. Whatever. Is there more? Whatever. I didn't like that song.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah. So that's the last hip hop track, and I broke it down. I scored the hip hop, and then I scored the.
I was, I had just like on set live thought about breaking it up that way because I already had like an overall album rating.
Okay.
But I'm like, yeah, we're doing a hip hop show, so only half the album is hip hop, really. So. Yeah.
So I gave the hip hop version an 8. And the best beat is I'm upset. That beat. That's the beat. When I first heard that song.
That sounded like one of my renditions that I couldn't recognize. Like that sounded nothing like it at all.
You're rubbing off on me. That's what that The best song to me is "Talk Up" with Jay. Easy.
Okay.
The worst song to me is the last one. Is There More? I didn't like that at all.
Interesting.
So R&B. We're gonna get right into the R&B. First song, Summer Games. Oh no, the first song is Peak. R&B. Sing with me, go.
R&B. Oh.
Shout out to Drake's vocals out here. Battery 15%. That's what's up.
Oh man.
Peak.
I'm at 9, if that matters.
Damn.
Yeah, it's hard out here,
You
yo.
gotta wrap this up, B. So Peak is about relationship issues, which all these songs are about. And Teflon Don makes an appearance on some interludes on this track and speaks some patois, Bamba Claude, Boomba Bop. So that's pretty cool. I always liked the reggae. I told you guys before, I love reggae. So that's a dope track to me. I mean, not super dope, but it's nice. Summer Games, another reggae flavor. The beat is, I like the beat a lot. He's like break.
Mm-hmm.
That part really goes hard to me. The mix is just flames. Basically he's saying, don't play games in the summertime. Like you said, I love you too quick, and I don't know what you're talking about. And now it's summertime, so it's easy to drop you out here. I can just drop you real quick, and this summer baddies all around. Chill, fam. You will get curved with the swiftness.
It's a chill hand, like
strictly based on the season. So that's that. Jaded is rumored to be about Georgia Smith, who is an English singer from the Midlands. She don't know her music, but she's a pretty girl. That's all I have to say about that. Nice for What? Come on, that's Flames. The video is Flames.
Yeah.
The song is Flames. It's a song just for women. When I see it, when I listen to it and see it, I just feel empowered. I get goosebumps. I'm like,
that's why he did it. That's why he made the song.
I'm gonna get these angles and I'm showing off, but it's all right. So yeah, that's Flames. Finesse, don't have anything to say about that. Ratchet Happy Birthday. I thought that was gonna be more interesting than it was. Didn't like it.
Just by the title, right?
Yeah, but I think the song's intent was good because I think that what he was saying was, hey, you're always complaining, bitch. Look, it's your birthday. Let's have some fun. Chill. Let's have some fun. So that's what the song was about. So that's for that reason, it's good. That's How You Feel is the next one. Blue Tint. Okay, Future's on there. He has some vocals. He didn't really do a verse, but his vocals are lingering, which was a nice sound. I like his, because has auto-tune built in his trachea, I guess. I don't know. Nice touch. Other than that, cool beat. It's like a background. I see that if I was having a dinner party, it's something I would like play in the background. It wouldn't be like a song I would play at a party that I was having where people would needed to turn up.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that's that. And My Feelings. Trap Money Benny was on the track. It's a Lil Wayne sample, which was dope. The beat was nice. New Orleans bounce style beat. Switch up at the end was pretty good. And it also had an island vibe to it. So I like that what do you call it, fusion of different sounds all together. It went together well for it to be so abstract.
What are you talking about now?
In My Feelings?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the best track on the entire album, I'm going to say it because I'm an MJ fan before anything.
Okay. Don't matter to me.
Don't matter to me. So that song, Flames. And what made it even more flames, because I'm listening to Michael sing, and I'm like, I've never heard this song before. It's an unreleased sample. I don't know what connections this man has to get an unreleased Michael Jackson sample. God knows what he paid for that, but the song is beautiful. It's a beautiful song. Michael's voice makes it beautiful. I listened to it 1,000 times. Oh, R.I.P. to Joe Jackson. He died of, I think it was pancreatic cancer Thursday or Wednesday.
Damn.
So yeah, a lot of memes about that. Him coming up there and beating MJ up like back in the day. I mean R.I.P. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have tarnished that.
Yeah, R.I.P.
After Dark, Ty Dolla $ign feature. And I like Ty Dolla $ign a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of my weaker tracks on there.
Yeah.
Like After Dark was kind of.
I tried listening. I listened to Ty at one of his first album that came out, and it was. I thought it would be more hip hop, and it was more like R&B. Like he's more like a more street Drake. I don't know. He's okay, but I don't like him that much. Final Fantasy. There's a sample from Dorothy Ashby, a song called "Windmills of Your Mind." That's on that. In case you guys didn't know that.
Okay.
It's not about the video game at all. No references. Listen to it twice just to see.
There are some references.
Are there?
There are references. He mentions potions. He mentions slashes. Like those are Final Fantasy references, and options. So those are all Final Fantasy references.
I thought it was talking about mainly the fact that the girl was
Oh
like his Final
no, I
Fantasy.
mean he was the game wasn't the song wasn't about the game.
It wasn't about the game.
But he made some references.
Okay,
To it.
all right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you caught that. Last track, March 14th. Didn't really like that. It was apparently about the same day he played Fortnite, and it's also mainly about the baby Adonis. That's what it's mainly about. Is his child. So.
And I think at some point, maybe on that song or somewhere else in the album, he said he was protecting the world from his child, not the other way around. Like he wasn't trying to hide his child.
I have the note in here too. I don't know why I didn't see.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 tracks where he's
Emotionless. It's an Emotionless. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mention Emotionless. So Emotionless, back to the hip hop section, it had the Mariah Carey sample in there, which was really a great song. It was very relevant to the times. All about his perception with social media and how its destructive impact on personalities and relationships, and that he wasn't hiding his kid from the world. He was hiding the world from his kid. Yeah, I had to miss the whole paragraph. I don't know how did I miss that.
And I probably have most of my notes about that song. That was like his most concept dense song.
Yeah, it was
on the album.
That was a good song. So I gave the R&B side a 6.
Okay.
My favorite song was "Don't Matter to Me," as I already stated. My favorite beat was "Nice for What." Lauryn Hill, come on, that has to be your favorite beat. And the worst song was "Ratchet Happy Birthday." So overall, I give the album, I would say, 7.5. 7.5.
Word.
Yeah. Like 7.9. Like I can't say 8.
Yeah, not quite an 8.
Not quite.
I mean, a 7 is still like a good album. You know.
Yeah.
It's a fun listen to be rated a 7.
It was a lot of content to rate though. So
yeah, it was. What's funny is like it's almost like Drake has been watching this show and hearing me complain about short albums, and he's like all right, Negro, all right, Tone, I hear you out here. I'm gonna give you some work to do out here, because I know when my shit drop, you gonna review it.
Right.
So he went and dropped 25 tracks, and I had to like do research to figure out it was a double disc, because if you just play it straight through on something like Spotify, it's just gonna play straight through. It's not gonna like separate or something.
Yeah, iTunes separates.
Okay, got you. So yeah, I use Spotify. So I do have a track. I mean, what was funny is like I got into the rhythm of doing short albums, and on our last show, it was at a point where I didn't need notes. But now
I had him notes.
I mean, you know what though? I still don't have like every single track noted on here. So there are some tracks that just weren't even worth mentioning. But well, here's the thing though.
Well, damn.
As a hip hop review, it like because that's what we're doing in this season. Right. It's hip hop review. So it was like but and I was okay. So I may end up doing 3 ratings. There's one for each, and then there's one collective, right?
Yeah, that's
so. There would be 3, I guess, ratings. So let me get into it. So Survival, I thought was a fire. I thought it was a fire intro. I was surprised you didn't like it. But that was I mean, I was impressed with the beat. It had like a paraphrasing feel to it, like the way that he's kind of like. I mean, Drake on this album doesn't have a whole lot of concept. Yeah, so he's going to get marked off for that. But he is paraphrasing very well in the intro. And he's giving it that intro feel. Yeah. Nonstop, to me, started off kind of whack with the beat and the majority of Drake's execution in the beginning. But the chorus picked up, and then beat picked up a little bit with his execution as well. Okay. And he just barely saved the song.
Barely.
But there are... You know, what I didn't hear you mention, I don't know if you heard the rumors that Drake actually had the rappers whose name I can't pronounce killed. Triple X, whatever his name is.
Temptation.
Okay, so, yeah, Drake supposedly, yeah. I mean, that's a rumor going around.
Because they have caught one of the suspects. There was another one that they haven't.
Well, he has a couple lyrics in here, you know, along with the rumor that stood out to me, one of which being on Nonstop, Money for Revenge Man, that's hardly in expense. But I'm going to get into it too later about some more stuff that he said.
Okay.
Elevate was like a fire-ass beat over some weak execution by Drake, though. But the beat was fire. Emotionless. But the Mariah sample to me was kind of boring. I'm sorry. But this is his first track so far, and probably the only track on the album I think where he has like the most concept that he's applying. So concept wise, it's gonna be the best song. Then he has God's Plan and I'm Upset back to back, his first two singles from the album,
right.
Back to back. Man, I don't know if they played too much for me or something, but see, I don't even listen to the radio, so maybe I'm speaking about Pandora or something. I don't know. I mean, it's like.
What are you saying?
I didn't like the song that much. Yeah, but I'm Upset was funny to me. Like he said some funny shit. I mean, you can count on Drake to say some funny shit, and he said so offended I had to double check. That was because it's like he looking at the document like.
He said 100,000 on my neck.
50,000. Like that's it.
Disrespect.
That's it. That's
all you gonna put on my head?
Like nigga.
I mean,
like,
at least worth $1 million.
That made me laugh when he said that. I thought that was hilarious.
I thought that was hilarious too.
But I mean, for a single, he would have did. I mean, hopefully he will put Mob Ties out as a single. That's like the best beat on the album. I mean, hands down. Like that would have did much better or sounded much better to me as a single than God's Plan or I'm Upset. And then I'm Upset is where he says Triple X, the only time I ever shoot below the neck, because I guess Triple X got shot in the neck. So
but that song was released before he got shot.
Then it could have been premeditated then.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
that's heavy.
That's
a heavy statement.
It's out there. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about. Comment. You've heard the rumors. Comment. Tell us what you know. Post a link in there. Tell us what you know, because I mean I'm hearing the rumors. You know what I mean? So
streets is talking.
So 8 out of 10 is the first like little kind of retaliation, or not, I wouldn't say retaliation, but reply to Pusha T.
Pusha T, yeah.
And his diss track. Has a fly old school beat to it.
I thought so too. I felt like it was old school.
And Drake wrote it very well with his flow.
Yeah. I agree.
Mob Ties, like I already said, best beat in the album. Can't Take a Joke, another dope beat that Drake wrote very well. The Droke.
Choke?
Hey, some new. I need a new rapper to come out there and call him
Drake
Droke.
Style choke. You choke somebody while singing lavishly too.
So Drake wrote the Can't Take a Joke beat well. Sandra's Rose, this is Drake's best execution. So I gave him like the best concept, and
Sandra's Rose was the best execution.
Execution, yeah, like his his most of what you hear in flow, what Drake do is like his flow and like how well he rides a beat, but like he's not always execution in excellence 100% of the time. But on Sandra's Rose, he did. I mean, the beat was okay. The beat was man, but he executed very well on Sandra's Rose.
Interesting.
Talk Up, decent beat. Mediocre execution from Drake and Jay-Z here. I know they can do better. Okay, but they had mediocre. But the beat, the beat they chose for the song was very befitting for the feature of Jay-Z being here. So it was it's I mean the track is put together pretty well. I think
it's a great track.
Is what I'm saying.
I think it's outstanding.
Is There More was one of the better execution. It was one of my better tracks on the album. Some people say Is There More is like, the ending of the hip hop side. So it's like, is there more? Like, and then he's going to like the next part.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There actually is. It's all R&B for the business.
And I thought it was a strong finish. So overall, for the hip hop for the hip hop side, because this is the last track for the hip hop side. I'm just gonna, and I'm still like kind of weighing it, but I'm just gonna say 6. I'm gonna call it a 6 for the hip hop side.
Okay.
And what's crazy is like if I rated the R&B side, like as an R&B album, if we were an R&B channel,
right,
I would give the R&B side a higher rating than that.
Oh, okay.
But we're not an R&B review, okay? So it is what it is.
And you know that.
So I'll just kind of leave it at that. I'm not going to give an R&B rating, but just know that I would give it a higher rating on the other side of the album. So there's not a whole lot to talk about, as a hip hop review channel on the R&B side.
Yeah.
He starts off slow. He does progressively get faster, I think, with his flow, or like he does faster singing and eventually starts rapping. As he progresses through the second half of the album.
Is like really slow.
Really slow,
and,
yeah. He's really
asleep a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I thought Nice for What was the best single released so far. I'm really hoping he releases Mob Ties as a single though. Yeah, I mean the beats had most of the beats were good on this side. Yeah. And some just had like individual instrumentals that kind of picked it up in the middle, or like maybe not quite in the beginning. Like in Peak, he added that horn that really made it pop. In Summer Games, he adds the drums. Summer Games has a common. It sounds like one of his something he did already though. It has a sound like he already did it. Ratchet Happy Birthday to me had a pretty cool piano loop too. I like pianos. I'm biased towards pianos, so I liked it.
Was it the one that had the piano at the end?
The piano played through the whole track of Ratchet Happy Birthday.
That had piano at the end. I'm gonna go ahead.
That's cool. That's How You Feel. I would say this is the best beat on this side of the album, on this side of the double disc. So that's probably going to be a single, I would imagine.
Which one?
That's How You Feel. Blue Tint has a basic beat. This might be where you're speaking about because it adds some pianos a little bit. Mm-hmm. Blue Tint. Don't Matter to Me. MJ carries the song. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been that good. So MJ carries it.
MJ does kind of carry the song.
He carries the song. Final Fantasy we already spoke about. I like the I think Final Fantasy also used some some instrumentals from the game too. I could hear. But I haven't played Final Fantasy in a while, so you gamers out there, correct me. I'm pretty sure I heard instrumentals like sounds or like sound effects from the game in there.
Samples. I also wanted to mention on that I agree with Jake, and I also need a glass of wine by sundown. Because I'll be busy. I'm like, when the sun comes down, I'm about to wind down.
And we working hard out here, you feel me?
We're working hard. There are a lot of other things we're doing, so.
Yeah, right. We doing this for y'all, but we also work full time and have other shit going on, you feel me? Yeah, so hope y'all appreciate this. And then March 14th, Redemption for the the love of his child. Whack beat to me, this is here where he's really emphasizing his child out there. Yep. So obviously the album collectively is going to get a much lower rating for being half R&B. So it's not even really worth discussing, like what the whole album gets, because half the album is not really hip hop. So I'm just going to say the hip-hop side was a 6 to me. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. One thing I did mention that I want to mention is on 8 out of 10, the outro with Plot. That's also the one that had the piano at the end that I'm talking about. No, it's not. But it had Plies at the end. And Plies is on there, and he's like, I ain't arguing with you. I'm trying to make some money.
Right, I remember that.
Lots of money. You mad.
You mad.
You big mad. Oh, I played that. I did like a Snapchat with that. I hope you guys follow us on Snapchat. If you don't, Sunshade Renegade, Ty Tony.
I might change that soon, but yeah, it's Ty Tony right now.
But yeah, follow us on Twitter if you're not already. Absolute Alphas is our Twitter handle. And that's Absolute, ABSOLUTE, Alphas. Mm-hmm. Absolutely Alphas, Alphas Explained. On Facebook, we have 2 Facebook pages. Mm-hmm. Absolutely Alphas on Instagram. And all your major podcast streaming services, we are there. Absolutely Alphas. And, of course, if you haven't, go subscribe on YouTube. Absolutely Alphas.
It's right underneath the screen.
Just do it.
Just click the button.
Just do it. And share it with your friends. Tell your friends. Tell us what you think.
If you follow us, there's actually we have an incentive out there for a certain subscriber. So
yes,
make sure you subscribe.
And we do it weekly.
You might make some money off that. You feel me?
Make a quick little come on. And if you have any questions or concerns, we also have absolutelyalphas@gmail.com. Any ideas you might have and you want to contribute to the show, we'll shout you out and share. So we thank you again, and we're so happy that you're here tuning in and listening to us. We really appreciate that, and I hope you guys have a good week. You got anything else to say?
Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, especially share.
Yes.
On all of your pages that you have.
Yes.
Share us. Thank you.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Peace.